I was born in Boston, Massachusetts, and I lived here until I was about 3 when I moved to Macau, China. When I was around 10, it was around year 2000 or so, I moved back to Boston to begin my education here. Leaving Macau and all my friends, it was pretty hard for me. I had to give a speech to my class about leaving, and I remember crying my tears out. When I came here, I had no friends. I was very lonely. I felt very isolated and separated from everyone else. I had to start a whole new childhood. It was hard to make friends, you know, because I didn't know how to speak English. My parents fought sometimes, and you know, my dad, like, he's kind of an alcoholic, so you know, he would kind of go over it. And sometimes me and Jet, we just want to get out of the house, you know. And you know, Weston House was where we came to.
Well, I love Brighton. I've been here my whole life. I have an older brother and a younger sister. I feel like we were all really involved in the community. My dad grew up here. He went here when he was a kid. And I know I got into basketball when I was in 2nd grade.
I remember my first day at the Weston House. The moment I walked in through that door, my best friend from 3rd grade, he ran up to me and just gave me this giant hug. As I walked through the Weston House, I saw a bajillion things. On the left was the recreational room. I saw kids playing foosball, foursquare, pool. On the right was the educational room. I saw all these kinds of engineering experiments that would later changed me as a person.
I had never been somewhere like the Weston House. I was really young, so all I kind of knew was home and school, and smaller after-school programs. But the Weston House was just huge. This big building, so much to do, everything the West End offered, I was on it. The Weston House kind of became like not only a family, I feel like it was like a mom. So when my mom was busy, I would come to the West End, and you know, someone was here to look after me. If I needed help with anything, I could ask someone. And to this day, I feel like the Weston House helped raise me. So when my mother wasn't around, it was kind of like a second mom.
The Boys and Girls Club helped me raise my children. There's no doubt about that. They definitely helped me raise my children.
At first, when I came to Weston House, I was shy. So I hung around my brother a lot. The Weston House let us stay late until about 11:30. And at the time, we were living up the street. So we would walk home every day at about 11:30. And it would just be me and him. And even though we didn't really talk during that time, I could like feel the connection happening between us. When I was about 11 or 12, I started learning guitar at the music clubhouse. Derek also started learning music. He was learning drums.
Eventually, we actually started this band called Better Than TV.
So the Weston House actually was one of my first jobs. I did some volunteer work here. I did an internship here for school. I worked here. But I think that without the Weston House, I might not have been given any of those opportunities.
Applying to college is a daunting one. You have to worry about whether your grades are high enough. You have to worry about whether you're doing enough activities. You have to worry about, you know, paying your way to college as well.
The Weston House is and was at the time a great support system for me when it came to going to college. They had people here helping with essays, and if you wanted to go on a tour. I feel like a lot of young people don't have someone behind them. They're less likely to go. And I always had someone asking me about it. You know, what college are you thinking about going to? What do you want to study? And I think a big thing was financial aid. I remember Andrea even telling me one day, don't not go to college because of the money. Don't let that be a reason. And we talked about possible scholarships, and I feel like anything you need, any questions you have, someone here can help you with that.
The Weston House Boys and Girls Club nominated me for the Peter Gammons Scholarship, and it was a great honor. Interviewing with Peter Gammons the first time was very daunting. Next week, I remember I got the call from Weston House Boys and Girls Club that I actually got the scholarship. I had no idea what to say. I was just like, wow, like this really just happened to me. Like, this is the greatest thing ever.
I majored in psychology with a minor in youth and crime.
Out of my family and my husband's family, yes, she was the first to get her college degree from LaSalle College.
What I want to accomplish in Boston University with a major in mechanical engineering is still unknown to me. But one thing for certain, I will definitely try to give back to the community that supported me all the way up to this. I just want to give back.
When I work with the kids that I mentor, every chance I get, I try to pitch Boys and Girls Clubs to them and their family. And I like to share my personal experience with them because I think that anyone can say, go to the Weston House. But when I can say, you know, I was there from the time I was 7 until I was 18. I had my first job there. I did all these programs. I think that this is my calling. I feel like as a youth worker in Cambridge, I'm giving back and I'm doing the same thing that the staff does here at the West End House.
And I said it over and over. They helped me raise my children, and I love it there. And I taught a lot of parents came back to me and said, Laura, you were right. Thank you for introducing me to the Boys and Girls Club.
My name is Derek Kwok, and I'm a freshman at Boston University at the College of Engineering.
My name is Chantel Jeter, and I am a therapeutic mentor.
The West End House Boys and Girls Club made me who I am.
I think the West End House gave me the development and direction that I needed to be the leader that I am and the person that I am today.